My prescription is totally horrible right now, so hopefully I can see what the fuck I'm doing and this isn't blurry as hell. Hello, you fabulous freaks. Today I am going to do a countdown of bands I have discovered through the past decade. The past 10 years have actually been really huge for me as far as discovering the goth scene, discovering, you know, what type of music I really like, and, you know, finding what fits me most of all. It's been a fantastic journey. I have found so many great bands. Just to let everyone know, this is my opinion, so I don't want to see comments down below saying, "Oh my god, why didn't you pick Type O Negative? Oh my god, why didn't you pick The Cure? Why didn't you pick Susie Sue?" Cause that's my opinion. God damn! You want your opinion out there, you make your own damn video, okay? These are bands that really hit me in the heart and I've listened to over and over and over again. Some honorable mentions I wanna just throw out there are Esper Machine, Adoration Destroyed, Faderhead. I just like Faderhead. Faderhead's fun. The Kentucky Vampires, and Rabbit Junk. And just to also be aware, I am going to include industrial and I believe one EBM band, because when I was coming up in the scene, a lot of industrial is played and it kind of brought me into more of the goth music because, I mean, those two genres are just mixed together for the most part. So I wanted to include both of those genres, well, 3 of those genres, just to make it absolutely clear. I've gotten more into death rock lately, so just to let everyone know that that's just where I am at this point. This is not in any particular order, I just kind of did this. There's really no, it's really difficult to kind of put these in a, oh yes, this is my top favorite fucking band ever. It's impossible. So I'm just to clear confusion, I'm actually going to start off with number 1. Number 1, Oh Children. I fucking fell in love with this band the first time I listened to them. I believe I found them on Reddit, the Goth subreddit, and it was the music video Ruins. I just immediately fell in love with Toby Okandi's voice, and I was so fucking devastated to find out that they were no longer a project, although I only recently found out why, and I find it fucking hilarious, but still very sad that they have broken up. But Okandi does have his own separate project and it's really good from what I've heard. I haven't really dived into it just yet, but I'm really excited to. Oh Children's Apnea is one of my favorite albums. It's the only album they have, but they also have a bunch of EPs. My favorite songs by them are Dead Disco Dancer and Oceanside, which is me and my boyfriend's song. I just absolutely adore Toby Okandi's voice. It's like everybody's saying that he is the Black Ian Curtis. They are not lying. He is. Number 2, The Awakening. I remember this band being introduced to me via a friend. I remember how this happened. It was Disturbed released a cover of The Sound of Silence, and I was excited about it because I was a nu metal kid growing up, and I listened to it, and I was so fucking disappointed. I thought it was so boring, and I was just like, wow, this is it? Really? They didn't even like change it up or anything? They didn't make it theirs? And cause I always had it in my head like The Sound of Silence having a metal version, quote unquote metal version, and I was actually really fucking upset with Disturbed over that. And somebody commented on it and said, hey, why don't you listen to the Awakenings version of it, and you know, you'll probably like that version a lot better. And I did, and it was perfect. I just totally fell in love with The Awakening after that. I listened to the album, I listened to more of their music, and I really liked it, and their most recent one is beautiful. And I came across the album randomly one day, and it wasn't even really announced, it was just kind of there. Chase 'em. Their album, Chase 'em, I think that's how you pronounce it, is by far my favorite of theirs. Favorite songs are, of course, the cover of The Sound of Silence, because I fucking love it, and gave up the ghost from their new album. I also didn't know that they hailed from South Africa. I thought that was really cool, but I think they're based in the US now. Number 3, Scary Black. Oh my god. This guy. First of all, I think I speak for both me and Poe when I say we're so fucking proud of this guy. I discovered this band via our Two Broke Goths Facebook page. If you remember, about a year back or so, we did a call out as kind of a positive call out on our Facebook to ask the Black goth community to kind of post pictures of themselves. It was kind of a comeback to this one racist, horrible asshole, and who was saying, like, you know, black people can't be goth because they're not white, and that's stupid. So one of the posts I made was actually asking black music artists within the goth scene to go ahead and post their music. Scary Black was one of them, and he posted Drown. And holy shit, my mind was blown at how good he was. And then he started releasing more music, and I just lost my goddamn mind over him because he was so fucking good. And I was so grateful that he posts his music, because we probably would not have found him any other way unless like Obscura Undead found him or somebody else found him. But I was just so thoroughly impressed with his work, and we're super fucking proud of him. Scary Black only has one album out called Shadow Dwellers, and he's got a couple of single releases. I believe he's leading up to another album, because that's usually what that means. And I honestly, it's really hard for me to pick favorite songs from his list, because I just love the entire album. And I also, I really love Drown. It's my favorite song. It was love at first listen. It really was. And speaking of people I'm so fucking proud of, Esoteric. So this was a band I actually saw before I actually listened to their music first. My SO at the time and I decided to go see this band by chance because we were really curious about them. And we decided to go, and we were kind of sad that the audience was really small, but they were so freaking good. Like, we were thoroughly impressed, and that was the first night I met Allison. That was the first night I met Brady and Allison. And Allison is just an absolute sweetheart. I enjoy seeing her performances just every single time. I used to watch her a lot on YouTube, and I'm kind of sad that she stopped, but I totally understand why she stopped. I would like at some point to interview her if she's ever passing by. We definitely want to do more interviews, so that is definitely one person I would love to interview. It's been amazing to see like how far. This is why I love supporting like small bands and local bands and stuff like that, because it's so amazing to see how they evolve when you first meet them versus like down the road years later, just seeing them like come out with all of this music and all of this fucking talent. And Esoteric is definitely, they list themselves more as pagan synth, but I feel like the goth community really kind of were like, no, you can't get away from us. I love that Allison incorporates a lot of her, I believe Norwegian. I could be very wrong, I'm very sorry if I am, but Norwegian or Swedish culture. So it's a lot of Norse type of mythology, and especially on her new album, which I believe is called Annulment. I might be pronouncing that horribly wrong, I'm so sorry. Annulment. But their new album is really great, but I really love Atonement. Atonement is the second album they ever released. Favorite songs by them are Heaven on Earth, Necro Dancer, fun one, and Hugar. I believe that's how that's pronounced. I'm horrible at pronouncing things. It's really late and I'm tired. Number 5, Sisters of Mercy. Obviously this is an old goth band. Did not come out in the past decade, but I discovered them more this decade. So there's that. At first, I didn't really care for Sisters of Mercy. They were one of the ones that kind of took a little while for me to really dig into. And then the more I kind of heard like their more popular stuff, the more I really got into them. And the more I kind of really started liking them. And then I kind of, since I discovered the Shroud when I was a teenager, I kind of like made the connection of, I think it was Alice the song Alice being actually a cover of Sister of Mercy, which I didn't know before. Of course, their favorite album of mine is Floodland, and I love this Corrosion and more, and all their fucking popular hits are just fucking great. Number 6 is King Dude. King Dude, I think, was another one I discovered on Our Goth. I'm not really sure, but I just really genuinely enjoy this band because they don't just fit in the goth kind of genre, and they don't really fit, they play multiple genres in all of their albums. It's not just like, you know, one specific thing on one thing. You could listen to a song of theirs and it'll be like a blues song, another one will be a post-punk song, another one will be more of a dark wavy kind of song. It's really interesting how they do it. My favorite album from them is Sex. 2 of my favorite songs from theirs is Velvet Rope and I Wanna Die at 69. Number 7 is Scold. Scold, I was actually surprised that I had not found before because I was a huge Marilyn Manson fan when I was a teenager. So I'm really surprised that I didn't look up Tim Scold and his musical projects, but I don't know, I never comprehended it. But when I finally found him, I think it was on an industrial subreddit, and I really got into him. I would say he's definitely, when you compare him to like Marilyn Manson, he's definitely the one that has all the talent. Like Tim Scold is just naturally talented, better singer, better guitar player, better, well, the guitar player, and better writer overall. The Undoing is my favorite album. My favorite songs are 1989 and Better the Devil. Number 8, Ego Likeness. I have seen Ego Likeness quite a few times in concert. I don't know if I saw a concert of theirs first or if I heard them off of, I think I saw them first. Yeah, I saw them first. And I was just incredibly impressed by the show. And I've been impressed by every single one of their concerts. They're just very good performers. I especially like their songs Breedless because it kind of tells Nazis to fuck off. My favorite album by them is When the Wolves Return, and my favorite songs are Breedless and New Legion. Number 9, V&V Nation. What can I say about V&V Nation? V&V Nation, I think the first time I listened to him, I cried. First time I listened to V&V Nation, I believe it was Illusion, which it's understandable. I would cry over that one. That one's actually a really sad song. Sad and beautiful. I really love Judgment. That became one of my favorite albums, and I also really adore the album Noir, which I believe is the newest album, but I think another one came out already. My favorite songs are When Is the Future, Illusion, and Satellites. Number 10, Solar Fake. Solar Fake, I actually saw live. I think I actually have a recording of that band in one of our earliest videos, but yeah, I thought they were fantastic, and their newest album is the best. You Win, Who Cares? It is basically a gigantic fuck you album. One of the titles of the songs is literally fuck you. I don't know why, I really enjoy the album. It's just a big fuck all these people, fuck these assholes, fuck all of them. It's just a great album to get angry with, but not violent with. It's just kind of a nice little, yeah, you got this. I'm just gonna move on because I really don't give a shit about you anymore. I don't know who did what to really make like Solar Fake this fucking angry, but you're probably kind of an asshole. I hope a lot of these bands, if you're new to the goth scene, kind of help you kind of discover music in the goth scene as well. I know they really helped me, and especially if you're like a metalhead getting into the goth scene, I really highly recommend The Awakening and maybe a couple of the industrial bands just to get you started. I'm really hoping to explore more goth music and really get into more death rock, especially more this upcoming year. I'm hoping, cross your fingers, that Scarecrow Joe and I will be going to Absolution Fest, so but we shall see. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe and all that jazz. I'll see you later.